What, babe?
You didn't get my other one from the ACC.
I can ask Norland. I'm sure she can track it down for you. I'm sure we can do that. I would have, but since you turned it over twice, I threw it away.
Okay. Opening statement by Coach Walz.
All right, first like to congratulate Boise. I had the opportunity to get to know their staff yesterday, and just great people. I can see why they're as successful as they are. Great ball club. I thought they competed. I thought they played hard. We just did a really good job defensively on contesting a lot of shots. It's a 10-point game at the half, and then we were able to come out defensively in the second and kind of get things going. It's the first game of the NCAA tournament. There's always going to be some jitter, some excitement. We missed some shots we normally don't miss, but then we finally started to get things going. So, I was really, really pleased with the win. And then I thought our crowd was fantastic. For a Friday noon, I thought it was remarkable, and I just want to make sure I say thank you to all of our fans out there. This is not the norm. I watched a few of the men's games last night at a few locations that I'd be hard-pressed to say we didn't outdraw them. So I think it speaks volumes for our city, for their excitement about just sports in general, because I know as soon as Louisville FC starts up, that place is going to be packed. So it's just it's a wonderful place to be able to play, and I know our players thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you, Coach. Okay, questions for the student athlete? Howie?
Go ahead.
Or Danielle?
Danielle, you're first.
Kylie, those two corner threes, had you been practicing from that spot, or why did you kind of pick that on back-to-back possessions?
I just try to go to the open area because Coach Walz is always telling me, make basketball cuts, make plays, and I've just kind of found the open spot. I do practice all the way around the three-point line, but it was just open today, so that's where I popped.
Howard Lindsay, CardinalSports.com. Sam, what was the game plan in terms of pressuring them defensively, and could you tell that they were responding negatively to your defensive pressure? It seemed like you all had them rattled.
Going into it, we knew that we had to stop 21. She's a really good three-point shooter, so we knew that we had to rattle them on defense, because then we would probably get steals or turnovers. So, yeah.
Yeah,
This is for Kylie. Just talk about your role coming in off the bench. You had a great game today, the first game of the tournament.
Thank you. Coach Walz is always telling me to be more aggressive because at the beginning of the season I was soft. I'm getting there, but he says in order to play at this level, because we have Sam, we have Maisha, we have great players that I have to come in after, so I kind of have to pick up my role. Like Maisha can get a rebound over anybody, Sam can score over anybody, so my role coming in, I have to make an impact when I come in, otherwise there's no point for me to come in. So he always says just be aggressive.
Paul?
For all three of the players, the big difference here was points in the paint, 52-14. Is that something you all are going to concentrate on when you were practicing? Was it something that you saw you could really take advantage of? Just each one of you, how about that point in the paint advantage?
Maisha?
Yeah, that's one of the things that we were focused on, trying to get the ball inside and score inside, because we have phenomenal post players who can score and make moves. It's being alert.
Spoiler alert.
Pointing to you, Mr. Ed.
Spoiler alert.
Stun or vibrate.
Kylie, would you like to comment?
Oh, yeah. Like Maisha said, we just have good players.
Sam?
Same.
Ed, or Rick, do you have a question?
Yeah, Rick Bozich, WDRB. You're up 10 at halftime. What was the mood? Was there concern, or did you figure that you were going to get it going in the third quarter?
Sam?
We came out flat, so we had to make a change somehow. Whether that was to push the ball, run harder, or execute plays. But yeah, we had to make a change because we were coming out flat.
Aisha?
Yeah, just like Sam said, we came out flat. So once we started playing our game and like actually doing things that we normally do, that lead pushed in. The bench did a great job. Me and Sam didn't start off well today, and Kylie and Bianca came off the bench and gave us a spark, and that's when we went on that run. So I mean, the bench did a phenomenal job today with finding the rim because we couldn't find the basket. So I mean, everyone played a huge part in it, and you know, once we played our game, we were able to pull away.
Jim?
Tim Sullivan, Courier Journal. Aisha, given the size disparity, the rebounding disparity, when they're taking 30 three-pointers, do you think they're playing into your hand?
No, that's their game plan. I mean, that's what that team does is shoot threes. And, I mean, we did a great job putting the hand up every time they shot the ball, trying to get out there and play them, make them put it on the floor. So, I mean, that's their team, and that's what they do is shoot threes. So I wouldn't think that they would do something differently. But I think we just did a great job, you know, guarding them.
Danielle?
Danielle Lerner, Courier Journal. For Sam and Maisha, how have you guys seen Kylie develop this season, both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor?
Sam?
She's gotten the chance to watch and ask questions and learn. She's always asking questions in practice, so with that, she learns. I mean, I watch Kylie in practice too, so I'll give her little helping details. So I mean, overall, she's grown a lot.
Yeah, she was thrown in the fire last year, and I mean, she responded well. But this year, she's gotten a chance to actually just watch and learn the game, and it's showing out right now that she's actually wanting to learn and wanting to get better because the coaches challenge her, we challenge her every day just to be not the strongest one out there, but just try to go for a rebound, try to hold on to that rebound, or even try to alter her shot. And Kylie's trying to get better at that, and I think that she is. Every day in practice, she tries to block shots, and that's one thing that we need from her is to alter her shot when a point guard, well, a guard drives in the middle. Just Kylie being there, her presence. I mean,
They get
I
scared.
had her height, but Kylie's doing a good job.
One more question for student athletes. Alden?
Oldenker with EWHAS. Coach Walz referenced it off the top. Big crowd out there today. How nice was it playing in front of that crowd? And do you notice the crowd during the game?
Yeah, I looked up in the stands and I didn't, well, besides the sides, like, there were no empty seats, really. So, I mean, the crowd was loud, too. Really loud.
Mike?
Sam just hits it all in the mail. I mean, I can't really say. I was going to give him a shout out once after media's done. I was going to give him a shout out because, I mean, there's like little kids there too that should be in school. So shout out to the parents.
I totally
the awesome
forgot.
bosses that allow like their employees to take a long lunch break just to stay and support us. And I mean, that crowd was there from the beginning to the end. So it wasn't like they stayed till halftime and then they got out of there. They were there the whole game cheering us on. So, I mean, that's impressive. I didn't know we were going to have a big turnout because of the time, but, Card Nation, you guys are the best. The best.
Kylie?
I just think that our crowd picks us up sometimes when we get in like a little hole or like we turn it over. I think that they do a good job at helping. Like both of them said, I mean, they're a big part of Louisville. Sorry, I can't stop shaking.
I'm trying to hold her down, too.
I just can't.
Okay, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not listening
No,
to you.
listen. You can't take that.
It's probably against the
We'll
compliance.
give it back to you. Yeah, it's
Okay.
an extra benefit.
Coaches, or questions for Coach? Ed?
Jeff, I'm sure you've been asked this a lot, and it's about Asia. She struggled a little bit today, but can you kind of talk about that and what's going on right now? I know ever since she got that 47, she's kind of a mark girl out there.
No, I mean, she had some good looks today that just did not go in. I'm not concerned about it. I've told her to not be concerned about it. The shooters have to shoot. I mean, it's what she does. She's the first one in the gym. The last one out of the gym, I'm kind of telling her to just take a break. Sometimes you can get out there and just mess with your mind so much that you keep practicing. It's like, just take a break. Put your feet up and don't worry about it. But overall, 3 assists and one turnover. I thought she actually took a few tough shots and then passed down some ones that she normally takes, and that's what I'll show her tonight. Is I can't have her turning down good looks, especially at times she kind of had one or two in front of our bench that she had good looks and then penetrated. Then it turns into a turnover, a tough pass. Just take the good shot. Because I feel pretty confident that she'll get back. I'm not worried about it, but that's what makes our team so good. You've got Bianca Dunham puts 10 on the board, Kylie Shook 14, Sam 14. I mean, our two leading scorers, Asia with 9 and Maisha with 4. So, and we still put up 74 against a pretty good ball club.
Coach Jim Coyle with WXVW, and that leads me right into the question I was going to ask you. Going the first day of the tournament, having most of your production coming from unlikelier places, does that give you a lot more confidence going forth in this tournament, knowing that you can get production from all the way down the bench?
Sure it does. I tell them all the time. I told them before the game started today, when I put you out there, you've got to do something positive. Now, it doesn't mean you have to score, but you might get a rebound, box out, get a deflection, but do something positive. Just taking up space is not going to count. And I thought everybody that came in, I thought Bianca and Kylie came in that first half and really gave us a huge spark, kind of got things going. Bianca runs the floor so hard, she gets a 3-point, an M1, and then Kylie hits back-to-back threes. They kind of gave us a little separation. And then we went a little stagnant there in the second quarter. I don't think we scored for about 4 minutes. But we defended. I don't think they scored but 2 points or 3 over those 4 minutes that we didn't score. So defensively, I was really proud of the group. I thought we did a really nice job in the areas that we had talked about we have to do well in. But, that's why you play the next game. We're fortunate enough to move on. I'm not going to worry about what Aisha did, what Maisha did. More so show them areas of just go up strong. Maisha had the one in the first half where they pressed us. We threw a nice pass like 3/4 of the court, and she waited for the girl to come over instead of just powering up through her for a layup. So we'll show things like that. But no, I'm not concerned about her at all.
Rick?
Yeah, Jeff, Rick Bozic, WDRB. You're up 10 at halftime, and then you outscored them 8-0, I think, in the first 90 seconds, all of it at the rim. Did you tell your team to be more aggressive and attack the rim in the third quarter?
Yeah, we had just talked about we've got to get the ball in the paint. Our posts weren't doing a great job of holding their seals. And finally, we executed a few times the Jazz there on alley-oop plays that she finishes up by the rim, but it's not a difficult game, and that's something that we really kept talking to them about. Guys, keep it simple. When you go to our dribble handoff, dive hard to the basket. Something good's going to happen. And we started to do that, and we started to get some layups, and then we started to get some open jump shots. We executed perfect to start in the third quarter. We had two plays drawn up, one for man, one for zone. They came out in man. Erica executes it perfectly and gets about a 12-foot pull-up jump shot, which is what she makes. So I was really proud of them. And then we came up some stops and got things going. I told them before the game started, it's not about seedings. The men's side's the same thing. It's all about momentum. You've got to take advantage of the momentum when you get it. In the first half, we hit back-to-back threes. We've got the momentum, and then we turn it over 2 of the next 3 times. Like, you can't do that. You gave it back to them. Even there in the third quarter, I think we got it up to about 24, 25. We had scored. They come down and get a turnover, and now we're coming down ready to really knock it out. We get an illegal screen called on us, and then we fall down at the elbow. The girl shoots a layup, then taking the ball out of bounds, we turn it over. It killed momentum, and those are the things that's all we preach about this time of the year.
Danielle Lerner, Courier Journal. What's been the biggest challenge of getting Kylie to kind of play up to her full potential? I mean, why do you think that? She had that game against Air Force, a couple weeks ago, but usually it's when other people are down, she steps up. It's not kind of all at once.
No, I tell her all the time, she has to stop tiptoeing through the tulips. That's why, she's the sweetest little thing. She'd just walk at 6'4", just really dainty, and I'm like, will you knock that out of somebody? Be aggressive. And when she starts to do that, good things happen for her. She's always been used to shooting a 3. It's what she did in high school. And, when you're 6'4" in high school, there aren't many that you play against that are 6'4". So for her, she could just catch, turn around, and score, or she stretched it out and shot 3s. Well, now we're trying to work on her back to the basket game some. It's not her strong suit right now, and we know that. So it's just continually to work with her. But she started a majority of our conference season last year, so it's not like she hadn't played in games. She's very familiar with what she has to do, and I was proud of her tonight for getting 10 boards.
Any more questions for Coach?
It's not often that you have Kylie, Bianca, Sam, Aisha kind of all on their game at the same time. Do you think, where does this rank among other games this season in terms of your post play?
Well, I thought our post play from the bench was the best that we've had. Now, Maisha, rebounding wise, she gets 14, but offensively, this was nowhere close to what we're used to seeing. And that's the encouraging thing. I'm just telling you, for me, I don't look at it as, man, we got problems. I'm excited to know we just scored 74 points. Asia gets 9, Maisha gets 4. And we're able to extend a lead, because that's what you have to have. You have to have depth. You've got it. Somebody's going to have a bad night, and if that's all you rely on is one person and they have an off night, you got problems. So I'm just really excited what they were able to do. I was excited with Dana. I thought she came in and did some good things for us. It's what we need. We need contributions from everybody. I got to change your bedtime, Tim. God dang, you're making me yawn.
Rick?
I'm up at 5:15 every morning. I can't figure it out.
Rick Bozich again, WDRB. They took 30 of the 59 shots from 3. Did you feel like the only chance to beat you was to take that many 3s and hope that 12, 15 of them go in?
Well, we knew that that's what they were going to probably lean towards doing, because they do shoot the 3 well. Now, I was surprised that they took that 30 of them. They got 30 off, but I thought we defended them pretty darn well out there. I think it's a smart game plan. They spread the floor. They were trying to make us guard all over, and that's the one thing about our post players. We don't have the traditional 6'5", big, low block, take up space. All of ours can get out and guard. And I think that's what made it difficult for them to get the 3 off was, Sam, Aisha, Bianca, Kylie, even on a switch, were out there causing them problems.
Tim, last question.
You were talking about depth, and as the games get closer, are you likely to go with a much shorter bench?
Well, here's what I'll do. I'll give them all a chance. But the amount of time they're out there is going to depend on what they do. And I've told them that, which they all know. It's like, guys, there is no give me a few minutes to play through a couple turnovers. No, that's not how it works at this time of the year. And that's why I was so excited for them, because they came in and all of a sudden they give us positive energy. So now all of a sudden if you turn it over, it's not a bad thing, because you've given us some positive productivity. It's like our ACC championship game. I didn't play many. I didn't put the minutes around that much. But at the same time, and this is what's great about our team, is Maisha played really well in that ACC championship game. So after the game, I'd be like, now, B, would you want me to take her out and put you in? And they're like, oh, no, she's doing great. So our kids know if somebody's doing well, they just don't want playing time. They want to win. And that's what has separated our ball club this year, I think, from teams in the past. That they all care about winning. It's all they want to do. If somebody gets 3 minutes and we win, great. And if they have to go in and play 20, that's great too. So that's what separates them, is they're genuinely excited for each other.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.